What boys did in my day. Playing with little toy guns and shit. Training to be soldiers, to be fed into the meat grinder. Back when times were good. And what boys are doing now, putting on makeup, being all frou and sissy and so on. This gender confusion. Oh, it's so confused. I'm confounded by it. Anyway, here's the little problem with this. Toy guns are still super fucking popular. They're still a thing. Boys still play with them. So, once again, what have we done? What have we done here? We have made something up, and then we've gotten mad at it. Seems to be pretty much par for the course on the right these days. Make up something that's not true, based on nothing, just I would be mad if this were true. I'll say it is, and then get mad anyway. It's like, guys, isn't there isn't there like enough stuff out there in the world to like get actually mad about, you know? Isn't there enough stuff out there in the world to look at and be actually pissed off rather than make up some absurdity and then be like, at that? Like, come on. This is a little bit of weird conservative infighting. This must be something that you only perceive once you're in this conservative, like, cliques or whatever. The proper pronunciation actually is cliques, but whatever. Everyone says cliques. I'll just go along with popularness. To a MAGA conservative, okay? And for some reason, they've decided to portray this guy as like the same way they portray liberals, I guess. I live for the Constitution, but I will die for Israel. Gay Americans, trans Americans, gun rights for all Americans. I guess that's supposed to be absurd to me. Like, obviously not all Americans need guns, okay? This should be for white men only. Passing on my freedoms to my wife's black son is what my America is about. Because he's a cuck, you know. Immigrants lust for freedom. I salute those who want to be constitutional Americans. Yeah, I mean, this is so reflective of the MAGA we all know, right? They love immigrants. It's not like that's the main thrust of MAGA is fuck immigrants or anything. Black conservatives are so damn awesome, busting with pride at our movement. Yeah, the very idea of a black conservative offensive to whoever made this meme. Then again, it's offensive to me too, but for for the conservative reason, not for the black reason. Incandescent light bulbs, fuck yeah. Is that really a thing that we need to get mad about? Okay. Heard Hitler took away folks' guns. Democrats are the Nazis of today. I want to make it clear that the reason they hate that is because they think Hitler's based and they are mad that someone who is like on their side is bad-mouthing Hitler. I dedicate my every breath to prove I am not a racist. I wish that MAGA cared that much about not being perceived as racist. I'm not racist. Being white is not relevant. I am not a racist. So basically, this is just a meme created by someone who is like a total white supremacist who is mad at any sort of conservative that isn't. And this is how they're portraying them, I guess. And what fun. Hey, if you like this clip, you might like the full stream, which I do every Sunday, more or less, over on the Pessimist Productions Patreon, link down below. Thank you kindly. I don't know why they chose to do the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter cover for this caption, but I guess it works. We live in a time where intelligent people are being silenced so that stupid people won't be offended. First of all, I think that this epidemic of people being silenced has been, pretty gravely exaggerated. It seems to me that most anybody can say most anything somewhere. Like, individual platforms might take issue with you, but no real changes have been made to our interpretation of the First Amendment. and there are still plenty of places for even the most vitriolic, disgusting views to be aired without scrutiny. So I don't really see how anyone's being silenced in that regard. And if there are people being silenced, I don't really think they're being silenced because their views are just like so intelligent or anything. I think most of the views being censored are actually quite stupid. And they're not being censored because of like, oh, wow, they're just so true that society can't handle it anymore because our society is now constructed on a basis of lies. I think it's usually more the case that the views being expressed are like harmful or violent in some way. And by the way, there are plenty of opinions that I have that I don't feel free to express on this platform. And this is my main platform. So that's kind of a problem for me. But whatever. I don't really feel like I'm being silenced because there are other places I could go and espouse those views if I so desired. This is one of these Wojak things. And this is a guy saying, you take care of the children and I'll take care of us. And then he has an ultra busty redhead. They love the ultra busty redheads, which, who can blame them? And she says, I'm the happiest woman in the world. And then someone underneath just said, stop playing dolls with Wojaks. And it never really occurred to me before. But yeah, that's essentially what's going on here. These guys are literally playing dollies with these things like, I'm the husband, I'm the breadwinner. Oh, you're so sexy. Me, 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 me. It's like, oh my God, you're totally fucking right. They are playing dollies with these fucking things, man. Being horny is a feminine trait. Why are you, as a man, thinking about boobs? You should be thinking about protecting Christendom. The fuck is going on? We have lost our way, guys. Because, like, for almost all of human history, it's been thought of as, like, it's usually men's horniness that's, like, being exaggerated and women's horniness that's being downplayed. But somehow things have reversed in the stereotype. And now, why would a man even fucking think about boobies for a second? Which clearly, by the way, based on some of the other memes we've seen of these ridiculously stacked Wojak trad women, I'm pretty sure a lot of the people on the right are still thinking a lot about boobies. But why all of a sudden are we supposed to just like that? Shouldn't even enter your mind. All you should be thinking of is protecting Christendom. Which, I'm sorry, but it's funny for me to even fucking say. And I guess I can see now this is from an account called Templar Pilled. So this is one of these weird LARPers that's like, I'm a crusader, but all they do is create memes and post them on their Twitter pages and get other fucking weirdos to go, yeah! Know the difference. Biden's America, everything's on fire. Trump's America, blue skies, clear sailing. And of course, every fucking wrinkle and liver spot, they've chosen the perfect filter to exacerbate that on Biden's face to the greatest degree they possibly can. And they've done everything in their power to smooth out Trump's face and make him look, like he doesn't have a wrinkle one, right? Like they've put so strong of a filter on it that Trump's usually piss yellow hair looks practically white. And yeah, I think the funniest thing to me about this meme though is they also cropped out Trump's nunt. That's true. But the funniest thing to me about this particular meme is the fact that like all that George Floyd rioting stuff happened under Trump. The mass protests and demonstrations across America were all when Trump was in office. So like this just flat out doesn't even make sense. Never forget, Democrats cheered rioters for 8 months before they were outraged by January 6th. Here's the funny thing about this meme. And I might not have noticed it myself if it hadn't been pointed out by someone on the subreddit that I pulled these from. But none of these are actually riot pictures. These are all pictures of forest fires. So The rioters didn't cause forest fires, dude. No, they're not all AI. They're all literally pictures of forest fires. Like when you actually start looking for that, you can tell that they are. That's what they want you to think, TJ. Oh, yeah. They want me to believe the rioters didn't fucking burn down the forest, but who else could have done it? God lied to you. If you eat the fruit, you'll be a goddess. The day feminism was started was at this moment. So if you are a Christian, then you believe feminism was pretty much started at the beginning of humanity, because no, it wasn't. Also, the funny thing about that is that God did lie in the Garden of Eden. God told them that if they ate the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, they would die. And they didn't die. They gained the knowledge of good and evil, which is what the snake said would happen. So, yeah, like the snake told the truth. God lied. Kind of a weird thing to put in the Bible, honestly. Maybe, I don't know, revise it up a little bit. Modern women in 60 years versus trad women in 60 years. And I got to say, for being in their 80s, both of these girls have aged remarkably well. The modern woman in 60 years. Why don't my nudes sell anymore? I don't know, because you haven't aged a day. You still look like you're in your 20s, so I have no idea why your nudes don't sell anymore. If you actually looked like you were in your 80s, I could probably figure it out. Although I still think even then there'd be some buyers. Oh, I hope my son, who was conceived in a one-night stand, comes to visit me soon. He never met his father. I don't even know his name. I'd give anything to be 20 years old again. A lot of expository dialogue there. I mean, like, who is she even talking to? Like, why is she giving us all this backstory? Anyway, trad women in 60 years. Also aged very well. At least they made her hair gray, though. So, there's something. My second son just had his third child, a cute baby girl. The baptism of her 6 months old cousin is tomorrow. My second daughter will marry this year. Ah, thank you, God, for this big, beautiful family. Okay. This is such weird cope, in my opinion, because who the fuck is this crazy about having a big fucking family? Like, most people I know that have big families fucking hate them. Like, oh my God, my fucking second cousin's in jail again, and this happened to fucking Petey. We gotta fucking go there and save his ass because he got drunk and did this. And oh man, I think fucking Uncle Lewis might be molesting Cindy, and we about to fucking kick his ass, and we throw that son of a bitch off a cliff if we find out that's happening. And oh, my son fucking found him looking at gay porn, so I got to disown him. And like all this, there's all this drama and bullshit that's connected to like the big family. It's not this wondrous, idyllic, leave it to Beaver thing. Big family means big drama, big problems. Everybody's fucked up. It's not fun, okay? So, that's that. You can have it if you want it. It's there for you. Just don't believe this idea that it's all going to be this fucking wonderful bed of roses, and that if you choose to eschew that life, you're just going to be miserable. Oh, man, no one loves me. I'm alone. I don't have enough money to pay my student loans or buy a house. And then we see the monthly budget here. DoorDash, $1,400. All right, you're eating too much of DoorDash. You gotta chill on that. Booze, $250. Yeah, that's all right. Weed, $200. He doesn't smoke. It means he doesn't smoke that much weed. Body art, $100. I think you should take some of that DoorDash budget and move it to body art, because you should not get any body art that only costs $100. Okay, that's way too little for body art. Streaming, $100. I mean, look, just cycle through them. Like get Netflix, watch everything you want to over there, cancel Netflix. Get HBO Max, watch everything you want to over there, cancel it. Like go through them one by one. Cycle through if you're going to do that. You don't have to pay for them all at once. OnlyFans, $100. Once again, like pick pick 2 or 3. You know, pick 2 or 3. You don't need to spend 100 on that. Funko Pops, 100. Just that should be down to 0. You don't need no fucking Funko Pops. Apple iStore, 100. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's for work. Who knows what you're spending there? Video games, 200. I mean, you know, depending on your level of your gaming habit, that might be the case. Pop concert, 200. I don't know too many people who are fucking outright communists who have nose rings and ear gauges who are going to a pop concert. It seems like you're probably going to like something a little bit, I don't know, like punk or something, you know, like not pop. But anyway, so yeah, that brings the total up. I love how most of this budget is just like DoorDash, motherfucker. I mean, like this dude just has a DoorDash addiction. But I mean, the real meaning of this meme is that like, oh, well, you know, you're spending a lot of your money frivolously. I love that nowhere on this monthly budget is any of the stuff that a person would actually spend money on, like, you know, rent, for instance. Like, where's that on the budget? Pretty sure that's the thing that would be like $1,400 eating up all the money, not DoorDash. Will this be removed? Will I get banned? Who knows? Man, the size of the victim complex just gets a little bigger every fucking week, doesn't it? All right, this is Reddit versus communism. Reddit, no free speech. Communism, no free speech. Totalitarian, check. Totalitarian, check. Exiles people with opposing views, check, check. Ruled by Reds, check, 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 check. I find it so funny, this Reddit thing. The funny thing to me about Reddit is that if you talk to some crazy left-wing folks, they think Reddit is this hotbed of insane right-wing shit. And if you talk to crazy right-wingers, they think Reddit is this insane hotbed of left-wing shit. Because whatever side of the aisle I've been on, I've been accused of being like Reddit-brained. And it's always by the other side. And if you look at how both sides talk, they both seem to think Reddit is totally in the fucking tank for the other side. And I always wonder, like, how did Reddit pull that off? Because usually people agree, like, generally speaking, like, the vibes of this place lean more this way or that way. But it seems like Reddit has truly become, like, the Rorschach test of politics. Everyone sees the enemy in it, you know? And in reality, Reddit is just a place for people with gigantic fucking chips on their shoulders. Like, well, the comments part of it are. I mean, like, if you just use Reddit to, you know, amalgamate, you know, content or whatever, that's a different story. But like the people who actually commentate on Reddit, those people are just like universally people with gigantic chips on their shoulder that are super mad at the world and they're gonna fucking take it out on Reddit. This is a guy at a job. He's asking his boss or his supervisor or whoever, what do I do now? And then the supervisor's like, just do what they taught you in college. But all he learned in college was rainbow flag. Wah, wah, wah. Like, once again, let's just make shit up. We'll just make up a reality and get mad at it. Don't even teach people nothing in college no more. All they teach them is rainbow flag. Like, how does that class even go? They just show you the rainbow flag and be like, memorize it. Look at it. All right, man. That's happening, bro. I'm real scared. Bernie Sanders says nobody working 40 hours a week should be living in poverty. And then not Bernie Mac, that's racist. Steve Harvey says, then stop giving their money to people working 0 hours a week. And, you know, I kind of actually agree with this one, but not in the way they want me to. Because to them, the people working 0 hours a week are the poor. And that's not true. Plenty of poor people do work. They just work shitty jobs that don't pay them enough to live. Who I think of as working 0 hours a week are the billionaire class. And yes, a lot of Americans' hard-earned money is funneled to them through things like, hey, I'm going to have to pay all these taxes on my, you know, I get my paycheck, there's tax taken out. If I make enough money, I got to pay income tax, got to pay sales tax, all this stuff. And a lot of that money ends up rooted to the federal government. And a lot of the stuff they spend it on is subsidies for billionaires. And hey, we need to spend, $50 trillion on this jet that doesn't work, or this tank that is a piece of shit that's worse than what we used in World War II. And some, military contractor gets rich off that. How many times has Tesla been subsidized by the government? Tons. And what did they get for it? You get a guy that's like now owns Twitter as a platform, turn it into a right-wing hellscape, and all he does is sit there and bitch and moan and act like he's some kind of self-made genius, and acting like the government held him down, when in fact they pumped money into his operations. And what did we get out of it? Cars that most of us can't afford? Whoop-de-fucking-do. So, yeah, I do agree with this meme, but I think it's targeting the wrong people. It thinks it's targeting the poor. It's not. It's targeting the rich. And so with that in mind, I agree with it. Another pride flag in a game. This is annoying. And then, this is just the neutral Wojak, just the everyman Wojak. And then the crying lib, communist, feminist, resistist, pussy hat, whatever, Wojak is like, it's not a big deal. Tears streaming down their eyes. And then the other Wojak is like, so will you be okay if I use mods to replace the pride flags with Confederate ones? No, that's too offensive. Look, if you want to replace the pride flag with a Confederate flag in your stupid modded version of the game, not only can I not stop you from doing that, I don't give a fuck about stopping you from doing that. If you're so dumb and triggered that you want to waste your hard-earned time being like, let's get rid of this rainbow flag and put this ridiculous Confederate flag in its place, like if that is how you want to use your valuable time on this earth, then be my fucking guest. That is your business, sir. That is your gaming experience. You can cultivate it into whatever you want, whether I like it or not, whether I understand it or not. Who cares? All right, this is a real sad situation, you guys. I mean, when you frame it like this, you really realize like the error of our ways. And it's like, we killed these good, pure Aryan Nazi men. Look at them. Beautiful Nazis. We did it for this. Some horde of demons, some horde of demonic immigrants that just want to do nothing but rape and steal and pillage. What have we done? What have we done? We did, and I'd do it again. Yeah, fuck Nazis, and immigrants are fine in my book. If immigrants start actually behaving the way that you say they do, if they actually start doing like murdering and raping and stuff like that, like en masse, like to some ridiculous, insane degree, then I'll be on your side. You know what, guys? You were right. These immigrants are no good. Let's get them out of here. But since they're not doing that, what's the point? There isn't one. Yeah, we killed a bunch of genocidal despots and authoritarians because we didn't kill them because they were white, but they happen to be white, and that didn't stop us from killing them, nor should it have. And to just show me a picture of some immigrants walking around on the street and just be like, oh my God, you guys, look at these things. Like, I don't feel the same way about them that you do. I just see a group of people. I don't care about their fucking immigration status. I'm not scared of them. They don't terrify me. They don't scandalize me. I'm not worried about them fucking killing me or raping fucking people or, whatever. I don't have those concerns because I actually have enough genuine literacy to go do some reading on the subject, to go look at some actual statistics on the matter and see like, wow, are illegal immigrants really like raping and killing at fucking this insane rate that other people aren't? And the answer to that is no. No, they're not. In fact, they're doing it less, probably because they're more worried about deportation than the rest of us. So there you go. Another one of these let's make something up to get mad about memes. And this kid's like, would you support my pro-America club? And then some guy's like, this club must be shut down. Racist Nazi. Hey, guy, kids are allowed to start pro-America clubs at their school if they want. Plenty of kids have Bible clubs after school. It's fine. No one stops it from happening. It's not something that gets shut down. You can do it. And then this other kid's like, would you support my LGBTQ plus club? And then this guy, who, by the way, who the fuck is this guy? Is like, oh, yeah, gotta give you some money. Here you go, LGBTQ kids, take my money. It's like, what are we even doing, guys? Like, what is this? This is not real. This is not happening. So once again, you've made something up and gotten pissed about it and put the meme out there in the world and said, yeah, you guys should be pissed too. I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't get pissed about things that aren't fucking happening. It seems kind of like a worthless endeavor to me. Like, if something doesn't at all reflect reality, it's kind of hard for me to get mad at it because I'm kind of mad at like things that actually happen, you know? That'd be my take.